This is time when you progressed from impressions, dance and acrobatics to working behind the scenes, filming and directing. For it was during this time you joined the drug squad and involved yourself in many photographic and film projects. In particular, setting up hidden cameras to watch potential drug dealers. It was on one of these occasions you set up a camera in Worcestershire, one of Worcestershire's finest, unspoiled, historic woodland protected by the Natural Trust.
Dave Willits, where are you?
Now, Sid, after spending some time on location setting the equipment up, you realised your perfect view was obstructed by a tree. Now, rather than moving the equipment to find another view, Sid, at 2 o'clock in the morning, returns and cuts down the offending 20-year-old oak tree. Now, to be fair to Sid, how would have he known that the tree was actually planted by the late Princess Diana to highlight the Save Our Forest campaign? Now, Sid, whilst he cannot be here tonight, he's on the phone right now, the owner of the tree and land, Lord Jeremy Melchip Smythe.
Come on then, let's have it.
Hello, my lordship, are you there?
I say, ya! Is that Sydney Fool, known in my forest as these parts as the cad, the bounder, the blackguard, the forest murderer? Well, I'm in the south of France at the moment, so I would come along and give you a damn good thrashing. However, I'm in with my forester, who on my instruction has sent you a young sapling to replace the young life you took away. Murderer! Replace, plant that bloody tree!
Okay, Sid. Sid, I'm going to move on from that one. Now, in all seriousness, ladies and gentlemen, a peak in Sid's career was the World Cup 2006.
Hey! Come on, England! Come on, England!
Sid, behave. Sid, you spent 4 weeks working in Germany. And I know you became fond of its people, culture, folklore, and its history. Clearly, you developed a bond with these proud people and proud nation. And ladies and gentlemen, in honour of Sid, only for a few moments, can you please be upstanding? Okay, Sid. This was a time when you moved away from filming and directing to that of teaching the arts. For those that don't know, Sid spent 4 weeks in Germany throughout the World Cup, and he worked alongside the German police and their intelligence services. Now, all joking apart, Sid, I know we've fooled around, but I know you acted as an ambassador not only for the British police, but for all things considered good about English football and its fans.
Yes?
Sid, as you recall, you worked in Germany with a German colleague, you were living in each other's pockets for 4 weeks, and yes, although he cannot be here tonight, we have by phone from Dusseldorf, I hope. I hope it's Germany, that German police officer. Michael, are you there, Michael?
Guten Abend, Stuart. Good evening, England.
Good evening, Germany. Michael, Sid talks a great deal about his time in Germany. He's always talking about what a great job he did and how he passed on his vast knowledge and experience to help you police such a successful event.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart. One thing that I will always have appreciation was Sid's knowledge of the English football and its culture, particularly the folk-type songs.
Well, that is interesting, Michael. Perhaps you can share some experiences with us.
Yes, thank you, Stuart. Hello, England. Yes, I remember one or two of the in particular songs. You remember, Sid, the one song you teach us in Germany in praise of the officials that are in charge of the game. To be sung traditionally when England are losing the game. Can we sing it together, perhaps, Sid? 1, 2, 3, 4. The referee's a wanker. The referee's a wanker. I always thought that was a very good one, Stuart. Thank you.
I think you might be mistaken there, Michael. It's very
No, 9-9, Stuart. I also remember there was one more favourite song. There was another one to celebrate the tradition of the dancing, entertaining ladies before the big game was to start. Sid was to say to us, in his words, we sing again, Sid, please, if you help me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your titties out, get your titties out, get your titties out for the light.
Someone cut him off.
Oh, that's very good. I have others.
Someone cut him off.
I have lots
Please
more
cut him
that
off.
Sid has spoken to me.
Please cut him off. I read the same, Michael. I read the same. Well, sorry about that, Sid. Sid, recently, after all these years, you were given 28 days notice to retire.
What, please?
Why, please. But you took this up as a challenge and looked long and hard and found a job you dreamt of for years. Yes, a job that actually entails you travelling in and around Worcester displaying your meat. Yes, you became and are the meat delivery man. Now, having been in the job only 3 weeks, Sid, we've managed to get hold of your new boss just for a few words, just to see how you're getting on. Hello, Mr. Owen.
All right there, Stu. How are you, mate? You there, are you?
Yeah, we're there. We've got Sid in front of us now. Just ringing you to see how he's getting on.
Well, he's a nice lad. He's all right, like, but never on time. Untidy. He's a bit quiet and could show some improvement in his attitude, if I'm honest. I have to say, he lacks a bit of confidence. And is it me, or has he a noticeable speech impediment?
Okay, Mike. How's he actually getting on with his work colleagues?
Oh, very well, Stu, very well. Yeah, he's a nice enough lad, but I have to say, he keeps on asking me quietly in me ear, like, if I would like to go to Worcester and join something called the Anorak Club. Anyway, by the way, he hasn't got his works clothing, and he's left his apron at work, so I've sent it along for you.
Like a butcher's shop in here. Yeah, what? I'll stick it over the shoulder. All sorts here.
Okay. Right, we're sorted. Okay, this is a little bit serious. Can I just have your attention, please? This is important. Thank you. And those at the back, we can hear you down the front, so could you keep the noise down, please? Would appreciate it. Thank you. Sid, it's been 3 years to the date when you went to work only to discover your pet Bubbles had left you.
Here we go. Who's got bubbles?
Now, Sid, I know this affected you deeply. For those that don't know, and may I explain, Bubbles is not a pet monkey, but a West Ham United logo carpet. But this was Sid's prized possession, which he hung up on his office wall for all to see and admire. Sid, you spent many hours in the office, stroking and caressing Bubbles, who actually became your only friend. Sid only went to work one morning, only to discover Bubbles had left. Not knowing why or where, you became desperate and depressed. A month later you received a letter from Bubbles, and it was then clear that during all that time you had together, Bubbles had been secretly seeking a transfer and was desperately unhappy about being the other West Ham fan. Over the next 3 years, Sid received correspondence from Bubbles, some abusive and some emotive. But please, Sid, keep it together. He's seeking your forgiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, Bubbles!